I'd like to call the announcement period to order. If there are council members who would like to make announcements, please indicate by pushing your light and I will recognize you. Councilmember Sledge.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. So I've got a couple of meetings coming up in District 17. The first one is this coming Saturday, the 9th. We'll have our second Saturday meeting at 8:30 a.m. at the Midtown Hills Precinct on 12th Avenue South. We are having the trustee's office come out, and they are going to be able to process applications and paperwork for senior tax freeze and tax relief. So not just limited to District 17 residents. If anybody wants to come, it's at from 8:30 to 10 at the Midtown Hills Precinct this coming Saturday, February 9th. And then I am checking very quickly to make sure we don't have any other meetings. And I believe that we're good. That's it.
Good. Thank you from District 17. I have a few announcements that I would like to make while we're waiting. I have a community meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, at the Martin Center at 6 to talk about construction in Belcourt Village, which is across from the Belcourt Theater in Hillsborough Village. Neighbors are invited to come talk with the contractor and hopefully discuss any issues that we can improve the quality of life for them and what the project timeline is, and establish some lines of communication so we can lessen the impacts of that construction process. It's always hard to live around construction. And would like to invite everybody in all of Metro to the celebration of the Chinese New Year this Saturday in Hillsborough Village. From 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, the Chinese Arts Alliance will have dragon dancing and all kinds of amazing food and great cultural opportunities, and they will conclude with a dragon parade through the village. So it's a lot of fun and great cultural experience. Hope neighbors will come to that. Councilmember Anthony Davis.
Thank you, Chair. Just had one thing. We've got our monthly Inglewood meeting coming up on Thursday the 7th, 7 p.m. at the Lytton Alumni Center on Gallatin Road. Again, it's Inglewood Neighborhood Association, 7 p.m. at the Lytton Alumni Center on Gallatin Road, Thursday the 7th. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Withers.
Thank you. I have one, pardon me, community meeting I'd like to announce. It's also this coming Thursday the 7th. It's going to be a busy night in East Nashville. This pertains to East High and East Middle, which had been located in the same campus for many decades, but a few years ago, a decision was made to move East Middle over to a new building so that we could try and experiment with creating more space for that school. MNPS, working with myself as the district council member and Christian Buggs, the school board member, we're having a community meeting with East parents about a proposal to undo that decision and move the two schools back together. We are wanting to hear from East parents, and alumni in particular, and that community meeting will be held on this coming Thursday at 5:30 p.m. at the East High School, and any members of the public are also welcome to learn more about that proposal at mnps.org/next, MNPS Next. That item will be on the school board agenda for a vote next Tuesday the 12th, but we wanted to make sure that folks had ample opportunity to come out for that community meeting on Thursday, which really is geared primarily for the East High and Middle School faculty and alumni, faculty, parents, and alumni. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Are there any other council members wishing to make announcements? Councilmember Vercher.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and you would call on me. I wasn't quite ready, but I did not want announcements to conclude. I want to announce to District 28 and Southeast residents, we will have, again, an opportunity for neighbors to come out and apply for tax relief programs. Myself, Councilman Freeman, Councilwoman DeVette Blaylock, Councilwoman Dow, Councilman Potts, Councilwoman Lee, Councilman Bettany. We will be hosting, along with Trustee Caldwell, an opportunity for neighbors to come out and apply for those programs. That date is February 23rd. It is a Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. We will be hosting this event at the South Precinct off of Harding. So just asking neighbors to go ahead and save the date, get their documentation in order so they can come out and take advantage of these tax programs, these tax relief programs. And thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Councilmember O'Connell.
Thank you, Madam President. We just kicked off Black History Month this February 1st, so started this weekend, and one of my favorite events every year at this time is coming up on Friday. That is when Tennessee State University and the Metropolitan Nashville Historical Commission put on the Nashville Conference on African American History and Culture, which they've done for 37 years. So this Friday will be the 38th annual such event. This year's theme will be Memory, Mobility, and Sound. It takes place Friday, February 8th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at TSU's Avon Williams campus at 330 10th Avenue North. The program every year is just amazing. Revis Mitchell and Linda Wynn from Fisk and TSU, respectively, have been the long-serving conference co-chairs, and I'm particularly looking forward to Grassroots Voices. Oral Histories of the Napier Community is coming up on their schedule at 3 p.m. that afternoon, but the entire day is full of amazing things that you will learn about Nashville and to some extent Tennessee. It is a conference well worth everybody's attention. Registration is relatively inexpensive. Students can get in the door for $20, and then everybody else pays $35 same day, $30 if you register in advance. And for the first time, they are offering online registration this year. Again, go check out the Metropolitan Nashville Historical Commission's website for more information on the 38th Annual Nashville Conference on African American History and Culture. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Hagar.
I want to let everybody know in the Oak Hickory and Hermitage area, or even Madison as well, Mayor Briley will be at the Oak Hickory Community Center next Tuesday, February the 12th at 6 o'clock for a town hall meeting. So he'll be there to answer any questions that you may want to ask him. So I invite everybody to come out. Thank you.
Councilmember Kendall.
Just a follow-up from Councilmember O'Connell's announcement. At that fair, at 1:30, I will be making a presentation on a remarkable community during an era of segregation, and that's really centered around the book that I wrote about Jefferson Street.
And where can we buy that book?
There'll be some at the
They'll have
conference,
copies at the conference.
but other than that, you can go on Amazon, and also you can see me.
Good to know.
And Keebelon up on Jefferson Street, the 28th and Jefferson, they carry it as well.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. Are there any other council members that wish to make announcements? Seeing no one in the queue, we will close the announcement period.